Welcome to the Fresh Patch Podcast, where we talk about everything from dog training to potty talk. It's time to save your rugs and get real. This episode is brought to you by Fresh Patch, featured on Shark Tank, Oprah, and The Today Show. And here are your hosts, Drew and Gabe.
Welcome, everybody, to the Potty Talk podcast. My name is Drew with my co-host Gabe, and we got some really cool guests on today. One of our rescue partnerships, Pup Culture Rescue. So if you guys wouldn't mind introducing yourselves, and the little one in the lap too would be cool.
Hi, I'm Victoria. I'm the founder of Pup Culture Rescue.
I'm Riley. I'm the co-founder, and this is Elle. She is one of our dogs.
Hi, Elle.
Adopted tomorrow.
Ooh, nice.
Because we had to wait a little bit. She actually broke her leg, but she's all healed up and she's finally getting adopted tomorrow. So we're not talking about her, but you can
viewers, she's off limits. She's off limits.
Look at her and admire her cuteness. And this is just one adorable puppy that we get. We get tons of adorable puppies, from tiny breeds and non-shedding breeds to working breeds and power breeds and all of the things
between,
everything everyone loves. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, Elle, on being adopted. That's
big news, Elle.
Yes.
And also congratulations. Also, congratulations on healing an injury that can.
I know.
Sometimes, so
he was
definitely
a trooper.
Yeah.
And just for some background for the viewers, listeners, Fresh Patch, we donate our real grass potty pads to Pup Culture Rescue, so their dogs can be either potty trained or they just have a natural place to go in their yard and stuff. So we really love donating to you guys. You have an awesome facility. We love that feedback. Yeah.
So much.
Yeah.
It is so great for the dogs to have a little bit of grass. Unfortunately, we don't have any real grass at our facility, so we get to bring a little grass to them. And the dogs, when we unbox it every Monday, they just roll around in it and
immediately gravitate to it.
Yeah, they love it.
That's so great. And that goes with our, a lot of our marketing pitch. It is natural. So dogs, they're naturally attracted to it. They're stoked, which is great. So thanks for that feedback.
And we're always happy to help out dogs in need and give them a nice little grassy potty spot for them to go. So it works.
We recommend it, especially to apartment owners.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. That's the most ideal spot. So
absolutely.
Cool. So before we dive into questions, I just want to give all the viewers and listeners a chance to hit that subscribe button, follow Fresh Patch on all socials. And then also, it should be down here at the bottom. Go ahead and follow Pup Culture as well on all socials. So it's just at Pup Culture, right? Pup Culture Rescue.
Yeah, at Pup Culture Rescue.
Beautiful.
This month is Adopt a Shelter Puppy Month. So everybody get out there, get to Pup Culture, get to your local shelter, and go get a beautiful dog.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But moving forward, so tell us a little bit more about yourselves, how Pup Culture came to be.
Yeah, Victoria and I met at a different rescue. We were coordinating dogs and ended up being pretty involved with that rescue, and then decided to start our own because we wanted to do things a little bit differently. And we grew pretty quickly. We've only been around since 2021.
We're actually probably today or something supposed to be celebrating our
in a few days. Yeah, I think the 13th.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So we are almost at our 4-year anniversary.
Yeah.
And yes, as Riley said, we are blown away by how quickly we have grown. We just celebrated this past summer our 1-year anniversary of our facility, and that in and of itself feels like a big accomplishment to have a facility so early on. But it became kind of non-negotiable for us as we grew, and specifically my house there were a lot of dogs here, and I'm like, Riley, we need a space.
Yeah.
Too many dogs here. We need
creation.
Yeah. And anyway, it has been amazing to have that facility. We've met so many people. It's multiplied our community by 50. Yeah. It's crazy how many amazing people we've met by becoming a part of the Pasadena community.
Mhm.
And it's just expanded our reach so much in terms of how many dogs we're able to take in. We just rescued are we at like 1,300 now almost?
We should know that. But that just it moves. The number moves so
Yeah.
quickly
Well
that
over 1,000 now.
That's
I
awesome.
think we're over 1,300.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
That's incredible.
every day we're like adding new dogs. We're like we don't literally take in a dog a day, but we take in like 3 in one day or something, and it evens out. So we are over the average of a dog a day.
Wow. That's incredible.
That's
What do
amazing.
we have? What's our number today? And we're about to take in 3 new dogs today. So we are at, yeah, we'll be at 1,304 dogs today.
Wow, that's incredible.
That's a huge accomplishment.
Yeah, congratulations. I mean, that's cool. And just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
perfect month to bring in more dogs. Hopefully we can get
Absolutely.
them adopted and stuff. And
Mhm.
hopefully this month drives more people to, really get that,
Yes.
especially before the holidays. I know some people like getting their puppies and stuff. And we always encourage just like go to your local shelter, figure,
Yeah.
see what they have. Cause you'll probably fall in love with, a few that you see. I mean, I'm a failed foster myself. My dog my girlfriend signed up to foster and she was like, we're keeping him. I was like, yeah, I agree. Like, so,
Yeah.
and then you guys do fostering as well, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we do
So,
fostering. We do fostering to adopt, but what we really like to mention is that we do offer a 1 week trial built into all of our adoptions. So, unlike a lot of rescue situations, adoption situations, I should say, we're not like, finalize, great, good luck. We
yeah.
are very much holding your hand within that first week, making sure it's a good fit. What can we help with? How can we help the transition become smoother? And then at the end of the 7 days, you can finalize. And then, we make sure it's the right fit.
Yeah. And we're here to be a resource lifelong for the dog.
Yeah, that is awesome. And that really, I feel like encourages, people to stay with the dog and stuff too. I mean, that's a really good process. So, um, on to the next question. I think you guys kind of already answered this a little bit, but with working at a previous shelter, but have either of you had any experience running a dog rescue, or just you went in blind?
Well, kind of. I mean, it's completely different volunteering with a
Hmm.
rescue than it is starting your own rescue. Riley and I both have entertainment industry backgrounds. We don't have
Nice.
legal backgrounds, we don't have nonprofit backgrounds, but when you start a rescue, you do have to wear way more hats than just volunteering at a rescue. So while we
Yeah.
did have rescue experience, it's like I know Riley fostered puppies since she was like a little girl, and
Nice.
I didn't really get into rescue until I was in my teenage to early college years. I sort of just caught up in a very short amount of time. But yeah, there were a lot of curveballs when starting just in general your own nonprofit, rescue or not.
We
Mhm.
definitely had to learn as we went.
Yeah, for sure. It sounds like it. I mean, like you put it perfectly. Volunteering versus running a whole. I mean, I can. Yeah, a lot of hats. We're used to wearing a lot of hats here too, so
Oh,
we can relate.
So
Any
what was like,
business owner.
Yeah.
oh, 100%. What was the inspiration to, take it a step further from being a volunteer and actually like open up your own rescue?
Well, I think we just, as Riley said, wanted to do things differently.
Hmm.
We wanted to have a more personal approach, I think, was a big part of it. Organization was really important to us, so we wanted to prioritize that, make sure that every dog got gold standard medical care from the get-go. Yeah, we just wanted to have a little bit more control over the care the dogs were receiving.
But to be clear, we did not imagine it going to this extent. Like
Yeah.
we were still working in entertainment or intending on continuing our careers at like we were young and we still are young. She's really young. But we were still thinking, oh, we're going to grow our careers in entertainment. This is going to be like a side passion project. Like we'll be
Mhm.
foster based, totally foster based. We'll maybe have like 20 dogs at a time.
Yeah.
Fast forward, we have like 60 plus dogs at a time and a facility. And yeah, entertainment industry has been put a bit on the back burner for me, and for Riley, completely different career switch.
Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
a tech now. So
Oh
I
wow.
went back to school, got my RVT license.
Nice.
So yeah, now I
Yeah.
Time
do
to get into
more,
tech,
more
that's for
Yeah.
sure.
veterinary stuff.
Very nice. Well, congratulations to you. And, hopefully, I mean, like you said, yeah, it is, you weren't expecting this to just blow up, but
Right.
it's a blessing in disguise. You know what I mean? Like you guys are, you
Totally.
know, all hands on deck now. You knew how to pivot, which is nice. So,
Yeah.
yeah, go
Yeah.
for it.
So take us through like a typical day at pup culture. Like, what does that look like? You mentioned you have like 60 dogs there, so I'm sure it's a lot of.
Not there.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
Not there. We are a much smaller facility. We have maybe half or a third of that number
Yeah.
living at the
Mhm.
facility.
At a max, like 30 at the
Got it.
facility.
Yeah, we're like that is our capacity there. We still prioritize being a foster-based rescue whenever possible. If a dog can go into a foster home, obviously they would prefer that, and we would too, so that they can get that experience. Um, but at least we have this facility on the, in case um a foster doesn't work out or a foster gets a last minute job, like being in LA, everyone's freelance and then all of a sudden they have to fly somewhere and we're like, "Whoa," but we
Yeah.
don't have that panic anymore or an emergency case, we're not like trying to find some place for the dog to go immediately. Like that exists. Um, but back to the question, okay, how does it start? Usually I roll over and I grab my phone and I text Riley and I say, what should we post today?
Yeah.
Socials first. Nice.
Social
First,
first.
as we're rising from slumber.
Yeah,
And,
right.
I know the feeling.
we sort of alternate the days that we're there. We have a kennel manager that's there, and then we're there some days together. So it depends on that. But it does require, yes, figuring out our social media post. Again, wearing multiple hats. Like
Mhm.
I'm not a social media marketing major or anything, but and then checking our emails and setting up our home checks and
Making vet appointments.
doing a little of that, getting the records. Then if we're both going to the rescue that day, we usually
We
carpool.
do.
HOV lane for the win.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's right.
Doing it right.
And then when we get there, like we let out all of the dogs, we clean up and they all
Feed
go on
everyone,
walks, yeah, feed,
medicate everyone that needs it.
take some content, hopefully, if we have time and we remember to do that in the chaos and make sure everyone gets some exercise and organizing play groups and then switching around play groups. And then we want this dog to play with this dog and this dog to get enough outdoor time, that sort of thing, and doing new intakes, uh, ordering Mendocino farms, uh, doing a million home checks for adopters and fosters,
Mhm.
making sure that we hike with our own dogs.
Mm.
Um, yeah,
Of
that
course, yeah.
sorts of things. Making a trip to our amazing vet all the way in San Pedro from Pasadena. So that's like a half day's mission, but
Dang,
Yeah.
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
think
the gist.
that's it.
Yeah, that's a full day
That
for
is a full
sure.
day. And then some.
Yeah, it's very physically uh exhausting by
Yeah.
the end. We're
Our
like,
kennel manager texted us yesterday and she was like, I got 17,000 steps today. Like
Oh
just
my
yeah,
gosh.
you.
That's a
yeah.
trip to Disneyland.
Yeah.
My
That's
gosh. Yeah, I bet it's incredibly rewarding though. Like that the payoff is great, I'm sure.
It is. It is. It doesn't come without a lot of, effort and physical labor. And I mean, sometimes you don't want to walk your own dog. Well, try having to make sure all of these other dogs are walked,
Yeah, for sure.
My God.
No, that's a great point. Yeah. And then what kind of dogs your personal dogs? What do you have?
Victoria is 4.
That's
I
right.
have a dachshund mix and then usually a few fosters.
Nice.
Yeah. Riley has an honorary dog right now that she's had for a while, a wheelchair
Oh.
dachshund named Spokes. And then
Yeah.
I own a wheelchair dog named Humphrey, who's a English bulldog that came to us through Pasadena Humane.
Hmm.
That was my foster fail. And then I have a foster fail from the previous rescue that we worked with, who's also special needs, but less so. He's missing part of his leg and some toe.
Oh, oh,
And then I have two senior dogs. That is really what started this for me. They're 13, and
aw,
Wow.
that's my menagerie. And then again, usually some fosters.
nice. Yeah. That's really cool. And I wanted to compliment you guys too. And you're saying when you coordinate playtime and stuff, last time we were there, every time I've been there, I always find it impressive how you guys are able to manage that. Like dogs playing in general, like even here, we got to keep an eye on ours sometimes. They kind of
Yep.
they'll bump into each other and get a little frustrated and,
Hmm.
give a little something. So like when I was there, I was like, wow, these dogs are just like chilling. Like,
A
they're
lot
enjoying
of
the grass. Yeah. And I'm like, this is really impressive. Like, so, but I'm sure you probably have those instances, where
Of
some aren't
course.
getting along, of course. Yeah.
yeah.
Then we switch up the play group, and usually within a few days, we've got it down to a science.
Yeah,
Nice.
Got
we're
it.
just like it's all about getting to know like our text chains are like, well, we can put this dog in this group, but no, but this dog and this dog. Okay, let's move him to this group. Well, what if we just rearrange this and then
Yeah.
these guys could just hang out in our laundry room because they like it there, like
Not an exaggeration. We do have a dog living in our laundry room right now.
he
Oh my
he's
goodness.
so comfortable there. Maybe it's the vibrations of the
It's
washing
like
machine.
sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like his
Hey,
own. He has all his toys and his bed and stuff, and
Yeah.
it's definitely better than staying in a kennel.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
Oh, for sure.
for sure.
like,
Yeah. Cater to
Yep.
their needs,
go to the laundry room because Chowder's
Chowder's
in
in
there.
Well, I know my dog loves to lay on my laundry, so maybe
Yeah.
there's something to
Yeah.
that.
That's great. Well, cool. And then I know I kind of touched on this earlier too, but we've been partnering with you all for a while now, providing grass for your dogs. And if you want to just touch a little more on how that has helped them, whether that's, at the facility or if you have any stories, if, adoptees did continue with Fresh Patch throughout, after being adopted. But yeah, how has it helped the dogs from
I
pup culture?
always recommend it to puppy adopters specifically
Mhm.
because puppies can't go on public ground when they don't have all of their vaccines done.
Yep.
So it's like the perfect transition for potty training. Like you give them grass inside they can go on, and then you can transition that to outside as soon as they're fully vaccinated. And it's I
Hmm.
think, a lot more clear for them than going on like a puppy pad and then transitioning outside to grass. It just makes more sense.
Yeah, it is hard. Like once you get them puppy pad trained to then like transition them to outdoors, so it makes that a lot easier. But
Yeah.
as I was saying before, it is a celebratory day on Monday when we out with the old grass and in with the new because we have so many dogs that use it that we do have to toss it because it's been so used that week.
Yep. Yep.
Uh, which is just a testament to how much it's used. And
Yeah.
it helps us keep the rest of the dog runs cleaner because then they're going just in that area.
Yep.
Yeah. It
But
also stays green like so much longer than I think I expected, at least, just given how many dogs are peeing
yeah,
on it.
especially when it's not like blistering sun.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes, definitely.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that
but yeah,
Pasadena heat on the pavement too. I know
Hmm.
you get
yeah,
ag and stuff.
exactly. But
Hmm.
but the first day when it's fresh out of the box, they are just like rolling on it, loving it so
Yeah.
much.
That
Uh,
is awesome. That is
yeah.
awesome. Yeah, and like what you said rightly, like, it is incredible even for us. It's like how long it stays green, even with multiple dogs going on it, and it's just like a testament to everybody else. It's like, it lasts. Whether it's a big breed or a small
Totally
multiple
lasts.
breeds, it's really nice. So
Yeah, it's
It
tough
from us with
sometimes.
like 30 dogs going on it. If you have just one or two dogs, like it really lasts. So
mhm.
Yeah.
I know some people are, oh, a subscription based thing, maybe a little bit pricey, but we do it every week. You definitely don't have to. It will last longer if that's an issue for you.
Yeah,
It's definitely a great alternative and it's more sanitary.
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
cleanup process on it. I mean, compared to turf, I know you guys have had, it's horrible. Like it
It gets
smells.
hot in
Yeah,
California.
hot. Yeah, and then those turf pads are releasing those plastic toxins, which we don't even realize, but it's low key melting when it's that hot and stuff. And you don't, I mean, humans shouldn't be on that stuff. Dogs shouldn't be on that stuff. So another, testimonial as to why the grass is so great for them. So
Absolutely.
yeah, no, it really makes us excited to hear that feedback, and we love providing for you guys. So,
We're
as
so
long as
great.
the stoke is high, like
Yes.
we're stoked too. So,
Absolutely. And dogs love grass. They crave the outdoors. So, like you were mentioning them rolling around on it, it's a cool thing for dogs who don't get to experience that,
mhm.
whenever they want to, or, you know, all
Yeah,
that.
or
So
haven't experienced it in a while too.
that
Being
too.
in the program and stuff. So, yeah,
Absolutely.
really cool.
So we know that you guys, as we have mentioned, you guys wear a lot of hats. You kind of ran us through your typical day, and it's a lot. So how can the typical person local to Pasadena and beyond get involved with pup culture?
Volunteer, foster. We always need volunteers at our facility to come walk dogs, help clean up, feed them, socialize with them, take photos for their adoption. Most part of it, isn't it?
All good.
Um, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then where's a good place for people to sign up to become volunteers? Is it just website or social?
Yeah, you can sign up to volunteer on our website. They're barking over like one of the most important parts.
Yeah.
Get involved by signing up. There's a volunteer tab, tells you more about it. You can fill out a form. Someone from our team will get in contact with you for a little orientation, and then it's very like non-committal in the sense you don't have to sign up for a weekly shift. Like we're so thrilled to have you, even if it's just once in a while,
Mhm.
even if it's last minute, you have a little extra time to pop over and walk a couple dogs. Like that's fine with us. We are just so thrilled for the extra help. And if you don't have extra time to volunteer, like at minimum, just following us on Instagram so that like brands like you guys can find out, see us more, and sharing a post about a dog can go a long way. You never know who's going to see it. So,
Definitely. Definitely. Very cool. Very cool. So, all you viewers and listeners, check out Pup
Give
Culture's
them a follow.
website. Give them a follow if you are interested in volunteering in the Pasadena area, or like Gabe said, or beyond. They're open to it, and they're always looking for people. So, get on that.
Oh yeah.
And this is the perfect month, really encourage those dogs to get adopted. So,
Mm-hmm.
very cool. Thanks for sharing that. And I don't know. I didn't hear any dogs barking. Is that what you said? I didn't even hear anything.
part
So,
of it, right?
It like kind of cut out for a
I'm
second,
surprised
but
you guys didn't have any dogs barking over there on that side.
we got a couple of pups sleeping
they
below
are
us over
knocked out
here.
right
How are
here on
they
the ground.
not? How are they not hearing that and barking back?
I know. I don't know. Sometimes
Well-trained dogs over there.
I know, right? They're two shepherds too, so you'd think,
Yeah,
but no, they're knocked out. So
they're used to each other at this
Right.
point, you
Yeah.
know.
Cool. So I know we've touched on this multiple times on this podcast already, but it is Adopt a Rescue Dog Month. So are there any dogs that you want to spotlight that could use some extra love to help them find their forever homes? I know we were talking about one specifically, so if you wouldn't mind giving some
Yeah.
more information.
Guys, I'm talking about something important. I mean, we have so many amazing dogs, ones that have been in our rescue for a while, but when Riley and I discussed like who deserves the spotlight the most at this time, who's our most urgent dog to get out, it's Susie. She's not here with us today because she's not dog friendly, but she's people friendly and she's very loyal, and she was in a foster for a couple weeks and she did amazing. And unfortunately, they have a lot of travel with work coming up. So she's back at our facility. And, if you're not really into other dogs, it's probably not the best place for you. She spends a lot of time alone, sadly. We go to cuddle with her and hang out with her, but it's not like all the other dogs who are in play group all day.
hmm
So I'll let the vet tech talk more about her medical because that's very interesting.
Yeah, Susie has multiple liver shunts. So basically, what that means is that her blood isn't filtering through her liver properly, so it's not being detoxified.
Mhm.
So toxins build up in her bloodstream, and the way that that's manifesting for her is with these behavioral changes. So Susie used to be great with other dogs before she came to us. We have videos of her like happy playing with other dogs, and unfortunately, that's best guess at least is because of the toxins in her bloodstream, it's affecting her brain and then therefore her behavior.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Man, that's such a
She is
bummer.
the sweetest girl with the people that she knows and loves and trusts. She just needs someone without another dog.
Yeah.
And she's like perfectly manageable on leash.
Yeah, totally.
Like on walks, she's not going to be like crazy lunging at other dogs. She just doesn't want to be like in the same room as a dog.
Yeah,
Maybe
for sure.
not the type of dog you'd want to take to the dog park, but
Absolutely not.
it
Yeah.
sounds, it sounds like Susie would be an incredible
She just
companion.
wouldn't enjoy it.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
all she needs is like a no dog house with a yard. She can play with toys by herself for hours. She
There you go.
loves bones. She loves treats. She's like was potty trained in her foster home.
Yeah.
Like very low maintenance besides giving her medication twice a day and not having another dog. She is so sweet and so cute. She loves belly rubs. She'll follow you around everywhere, but it is really tragic. And the first time that we have ever come into contact and our vet has ever come into contact with this issue where a dog's behaviors are changing due to their medical condition. Because when we took her in, obviously we probably wouldn't take in a dog that's not friendly with other dogs to our facility, which is so based around play groups and having a lot of fun among the dogs and hiking club and walking club and all of these social things. But we were like, how is, this dog is not dog friendly. And they're like, no, look at these videos. And we're like, okay, something is up because
Yeah.
the dog we're watching on these videos is not the same dog that we have. And at the time, we didn't know she had a liver shunt or multiple liver shunts. So it's very sad because it's completely out of her control.
We are hoping that as we continue to tinker with her medication, that we can get the behavior to like an especially manageable place.
Yeah.
Because there are medications like this med called lactulose that traps ammonia, so that should help. So we've been tinkering with those doses with our vet to try to get everything leveled out.
But there's no like concrete, like this is the way and it will work